Our next matchup is a catchweight bout at 68 kilos. Introducing first, representing Salford MMA, here is Ethan Aldcroft.
Run for them life. When I step into the jungle, say they wanna group up. They better move up, never gonna win a Royal Rumble. But when I come through, you know what I love to. I send shots for your team and leader. I make a witness decide to vacate. The war's getting sweet just like a Ribena. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Yeah, that over, smell the aroma. Them done that a really long time in a ramp when a skinny couldn't wake from a coma. Listen, yeah, that shots get fired in the walls, right for the swing like the winners in the miss. Nothing ain't crisp when it end up in the jungle. Yo, listen, yeah, that killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Yo, listen, yeah, that killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle.
His opponent representing IFS, here is Conn Fagan. We have a catchweight bout now here at Clanmore's. This fight is under 68 kilos. In the red corner, we've got Ethan Aldcroft from Salford MMA and his opponent in the blue, Conn Fagan from IFS.
Mark, the weight of expectation lies heavy upon the shoulders of Conn Fagan. We've seen and heard the reception he got there. Aldcroft walking around the cage like a man who knows something the rest of us do not. Very, very calm.
Very confident. You could feel that energy from him in the cage once he came in. He was not worried about the stage or the lights, so that we could be in for a great fight here, Phil.
Having trained with Conn Fagan before, I can say that he has legitimate power for this weight division. Very, very quick with the hooks.
Nice hooks on the inside as well there by Conn Fagan.
Oh, he's landed
a couple on the chin.
Shots. Punches his way into the clinch, trying to get in on the single leg at the minute, being defended by Aldcroft. Takedown for Fagan.
And Aldcroft trying to reverse that on the way down, didn't quite manage it.
And this is where I want to see the development in Fagan's game. I want to see him calm in these positions. He's taking his time, working methodically. Full unified amateur rules, ground and pound to the head is perfectly legal.
And Aldcroft still has a lot of weight on his head, which is slowing down the positional advancement here by Fagan. But he's about to get it free, and now can move as he wants.
Oh, beautiful
Immediately
transition.
takes mount.
Grapevines, the legs. This is all Conn Fagan so far.
Getting his hands free with a quick jerk there and starting to land some ground and pound. Now let's see what's happening with the hips of Aldcroft. I always worry when I see fighters bringing their feet up like that. It can be a perfectly legitimate strategy, but sometimes it means they've forgotten to use their hips.
Fagan is used to having to pick a pocket or two. Right now, what he has to do is pick his shots. Yes, that was an Oliver reference.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Get in. He's done a great job to bring Aldcroft away from the cage, so he can't use that as another base from which to get up, use the cage to wall walk. So right now, the very, very tight high mount, pinching the knees together. Great work from Fagan.
The one positive of trying to use your legs in the way that Aldcroft is doing it is it stops the fighter on top posturing up for big strikes, because they're trying to protect their underarm from being hooked by your toes. But now the strikes are starting to accumulate. We really need to see some hip movement from Aldcroft.
Aldcroft clearly has the dexterity here to bring his legs up like that. What he needs to do in the same vein is push down on a knee like he did there to create space for himself.
Yeah, and he did it there pushing with his hand, which is risky, but he got away with it. Created just enough space and moved his hips. So he's shown his hips are educated. He just needs to implement them a bit sooner.
Nothing worse than a pair of hips that aren't educated, Mark. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Big shots again from Fagan, back into the mount. May take an arm bar here. You can see that outstretched arm of Aldcroft. He's essentially giving it to Fagan. He's giving him the back. We could be looking at the start of a rear naked choke here.
We could, and that was a bad signal to the ref as well. He turned over onto his belly away from strikes, but it looks like it's not going to matter.
Oh, he's underneath the chin. He's gone palm to palm on it. And again, this is what I was saying about the importance of having your hooks. Fagan made sure that he had his hooks solidified in that position before trying to work for the submission. Not quite underneath the chin.
Aldcroft stayed very calm and just started working a 2-on-1 to try and protect him. And he created just enough space to last. And I think he is going to see this round out now from the looks of things.
Real solid round for Conn Fagan. But if you looked at the last fight we had there, McAllister and Taylor, both fighters didn't have the hooks in, so they weren't in complete control of the position. Conn Fagan showing his experience, solidifying those hooks before working for the back, the full back take and choke. Very, very smart. Levels to this game.
Absolutely. He dealt with everything that Aldcroft threw at him from the bottom for quite a long time. And eventually then Aldcroft engaged his technique, started using his hips and created some space. But even then, Fagan was able to take that back into mount.
Was acutely aware of it when he realized that Aldcroft was trying to work for the legs of the half guard. He brought his mount all the way up, pinched the knees together, kind of taking the hips out of it, if you will.
I had mentioned before the rear naked choke attempt, it looked like Aldcroft was turtling away from the strikes.
Yes, as you alluded to during that, it's not a good look to shy away from the shots that are coming in.
You know, and
still all to play for here in the second round.
Lots of MMA action still to come in this fight, you're right, Phil. And it's a good one. And we're back to the feet. As every fight, every round starts standing up, and nice strikes thrown there.
Oh, big shots thrown by both men, but again, as Fagan is forcing Aldcroft to engage in the striking. As soon as he engages in the striking, he plants the feet, becomes a stationary target. Fagan takes advantage of that.
Beautiful work there. There was a bit of a chess match with the legs trying to convert that takedown, which he's done now. So nice work by Fagan.
And again, Fagan's showing his experience here. He's not trying to hastily move to full side control or move to mount. He's taking his time, he's solidifying the position, and then he's going to work. He's forcing Aldcroft to do most of the work here, to expend the energy. And again, giving up the back. One hook in from Fagan. Just needs to slip in that hook on his right side.
Well, Aldcroft is being careful, protecting that side to stop the other hook going in. He needs to watch his neck while he's doing it. He's looking around a lot. Now he can rotate. He's trying to escape here.
Yep, on that side that the hook is not in on.
Yeah. Okay.
But seems to be Fagan has both hooks now. Complete control. And again now with over half a round to work.
So he has both hooks in, but posture-wise, he's not exactly on his hips.
A little bit high up.
If Aldcroft tries a hard escape there, he had a shot, but he's more to deal with now.
He's not so much. He's slowly working to get underneath that chin.
I think he needs to focus on the arms there. those strikes are relatively ineffective.
Aldcroft needs to tuck he's essentially given. I don't think Fagan knows just how much of the chin or the space that Aldcroft's given him here. Yeah, tuck your chin, young man.
He is looking a lot, and he's actually converted that look into a roll, and now he's on top. Nice work there.
Oh, big shot from Aldcroft. Tried the pot shot uppercut.
Nice left hook back from Fagan. More strikes by Aldcroft landing. Both men landing.
The slightly wilder strikes being thrown by Aldcroft here. He's winging the shots a little bit. If Fagan can just throw a shot right down the pipe, that's going to land quicker than those winging hooks. But again, another big takedown from Fagan. A very, very assured performance so far from Conn Fagan.
He seems to be able to generate control, and that's what I think the story of this fight is so far.
With 20 seconds left in the round, if I'm in the corner of Conn Fagan now, I'd be saying open up with the strikes and 10 seconds left. Why not hit the armbar?
Absolutely. See how many shots you can get in there. Has he heard the clapper? He's struggling to free that hand.
You wonder, does Aldcroft have a little hold of the glove on the inside?
A bit hard to tell from our position. Either way, he's seen out this round as well. Did a good job defending himself there, did Aldcroft. Didn't take a lot of damage from the bottom position.
He definitely had us on the edge of our seat when his back was taken there. But if you're in the corner now of Conn Fagan, you're simply saying more of the same. Lather, rinse, repeat. Keep doing what you're doing. Land your shots, get your takedown, solidify your position, work from there.
Absolutely, because he's won both rounds. I don't think without much doubt.
He hasn't been in trouble at any stage either.
The only time he was at any risk was when they were standing and they were trading strikes.
Yeah.
You know. And like Aldcroft was landing. You made a good point, Phil. Yeah. They mightn't have been as clean, but they were still landing. I'm probably saying to Fagan, give him a bit of space, and then as soon as you can, take it away and look for a takedown. He doesn't even need to enter the striking range of him if you can avoid it.
I don't think it is outside the realms of possibility to suggest that Aldcroft needs a finish if he's going to win this fight, which then could make it a very interesting round. He needs to put the pressure on, but in doing so, does he leave himself prone to counters?
Well, we're about to see. He's shaking out his hands there. I was wondering if he was channeling the energy of what you were saying, Phil. There's a left hook, it landed, but
then reply from Fagan.
Great reply by Fagan, and now he seems to be landing with the stronger strikes. They're into the clinch. Nice knee there by Aldcroft, but he really needs to defend his hips.
Big takedown from Fagan.
And pays the price for that trade-off.
And that's exactly what I was saying to you at the start of the round. Once you engage in that back and forth shootout type position, the smarter fighter will get underneath, get his hips underneath yours and score the takedown.
Yeah, he made the decision, I'm going to throw a knee here, knowing that he's giving him potential control of his hips.
Solid side control here. I feel like a casual sneaky knee on belly here could result in mounts.
If he wants it, it's absolutely there, and based on what's happened in the last couple of rounds, it's probably the smart money. As if you're piloting him by remote control, Phil.
I predict these things. Fagan doing a lovely job now of just compressing Aldcroft against the cage.
There's a great spot for striking, and
it's a pick your poison position, because in an effort to get out of the mount, he gives up his back. Fagan a little bit high. I'd like to see those hips just a little bit lower.
And it takes a lot more energy to flatten them out when you're higher like that.
Correct. And that is just physics and biomechanics, my friend.
Absolutely.
But right now he can readjust. If he can get a little Dagestani handcuff and take one of the posts of Aldcroft out of the game.
I'd like to see him adjust his hips. I think he'll have an awful lot more benefit, but he doesn't need to now. He's back in mount. If he can create posture, he can do a lot of damage here.
Again, Aldcroft was looking to get those feet underneath the armpits of Fagan, but he's going to have to take a few shots here and commit to a knee to push down.
Yep.
And then try and work to get his half guard back. If Fagan can get those hands free, start landing shots.
Yeah, it's the contradiction of this position, but you have to look at your opponent striking as an opportunity to move.
Pick your poison position for Aldcroft here. Again, a little bit too high up for my liking. It's working out for him. And now he's trying to get that back take. Has the back take. He's going to try and work for the rear naked choke.
Good hand fighting here by Aldcroft. He defends himself.
And this is where being that incrementally little bit too high with the hips will come into play, because you're giving more purchase to your opponent to bridge.
Yeah, it makes everything a little bit harder from the back.
He seems to have got the position a little bit more tied up right now.
Yeah, he's got control of the hips there now. And the clock is running down towards the end ever faster.
And it's great fight economy from Fagan. He solidifies the position. He's essentially completely shutting down his opponent while simultaneously winning the round and not incurring damage on his part.
10 seconds to go, and the punches on top from Aldcroft are not going to be the difference in this fight, unfortunately for him.
There you have it. I don't think anybody will disagree if I say 30-27 to Fagan. Controlled everywhere the fight went. When it was standing, he was landing what I believe were the more damaging shots. On the ground, tantamount to complete domination. But a great learning experience for Aldcroft, getting in there and seeing that what he really needs to work on in those kinds of positions. I will not be surprised if this young man goes away and works diligently on specifically his grappling, comes back and we see a different version. However, right now the occasion belongs to the man himself, Mr. Conn Fagan. Another fantastic performance in the Clan Wars cage, showing just how well-rounded he is as a mixed martial artist. Mark Leonard is in the cage. We are awaiting the final official decision. I don't think it's going to take Mystic Mag to predict who won that one.
All three judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Conn Fagan.